I'm very impressed by this big crowd here. I'd like to say thank you for all you coming here today. And I also like to use this opportunity to express my thanks to all of you who support me during the last few years, not only financially, but spiritually. I don't know how to say thank you to you. Again, I want to say thank you. As you know, for the last 3 years, I encountered a nightmare, and my life is totally turned upside down. I don't know why I was put into this situation. Even today, I still don't know why. Now, as you guys know, in the human life, the most important thing is freedom. But in December 10, 1999, when two FBI, one on my right-hand side, one on my left-hand side, take me out of my house, and I have to say goodbye to my wife, and I feel the most important thing is dignity and reputation. Today, I like to tell you just a few things. First of all, Helen Yee and myself, we read this book, and the reason is I want to tell all Americans the true story about what happened to me. And if you read the book, you will see how much damage has done to me by the government. However, I personally think we are very lucky because I believe the American system is the best system in the whole world. The system is so good. However, if the system was handled by a wrong person, then your life and my life can be very miserable. Now, I'd like to tell you a couple of questions, answer before we're going on, because we're going to have a question and answer later. I spent a few days in San Francisco before we came here, and those two questions has been asked by many people, and so I want to use this opportunity to tell you. The first question was people asked me why I download my file onto a backup tape. And I want to tell you, I work at the Los Alamos for more than 20 years. And we, as you probably know, we have the best computer system in the country. Unfortunately, we have to change the computer maybe once every so years because the computer moving so fast. One time when they switched the computer system from one system to other system, I lost quite a few files, data and code. And when I realized that, I started to put all my data and my file into a backup tape. And as a previous speaker said, I have a 3-level password on my directory, and it is almost impossible for anybody to break in. And it has been proved by the government that nobody ever intrude my directory. The other question has been asked by many people was, what is my advice if FBI come to see you? My answer is this: if FBI knock your door, you open it and tell them to go away. Well, I remember in December 10, 1999, when the government called my lawyer, and my lawyer called me, say, they are coming, they are coming. It was about noontime, and so I get everything ready, and I was doing the cooking, my lunch, but I don't have time, so I wrap up some sandwich quickly and get my clothes, and because I never been in jail, I don't know what should I bring, I don't know. You know, bring the sandwich with some toothpaste and brushes, something like that. It turned out to be I don't have to bring anything. They confessed, yeah, they take everything away because. But when I get into the FBI car, I sit in the back, and on my left-hand side there's one FBI, and he gave me the indictment. It's about 1 hour 45 minutes from my house to Albuquerque. So I have plenty time to read the indictment. I believe it's about maybe 30 or 40 pages. And I open it and I look at it, and there's so many. So many counts, like a 59 count against me. And I started from page 1, read it, and then it said, this is count. Basically, it said all the file and the data are either secret restrict data or confidential restrict data. And my instant feeling was, no, this is not instant, this is not secret, this is not confidential. But I keep reading, every item has a lot of label. Well, you people probably don't know what the difference between the classification. I can tell you briefly, to my best knowledge, there's a top secret, and then go down is the secret, and then go down is the confidential, and then go down, there's a called PARD, P-A-R-D, which said protected as restricted data. But the PARD is only very thin from the unclassified. So you can see there's unclassified PARD, and then confidential and secret and top secret. And all this file and all the data was belong to PARD. But in the indictment it said secret and confidential. And I say, there must be something wrong. Anyway, it's a long story. If you want to find out exactly what, it's explained in the book. I want to make it short. When they put me into the solitary confinement, I was sitting in a room. It's a big room. I think it has a 6 bed. I realized it later because the government paid more money for the prison, the detention center than the other prisoner. You know, to my best knowledge, the other prisoner the government pays $65 per day, and they pay $135 for my case. So they give me a suite. It's a big room, but the room has no window. I cannot see the moon. I cannot see the sunshine. I don't even know when it's day or night because I don't have a watch, and there's no clock, no nothing. So, and the first week of when I was in jail, I probably sleep 1 hour a week. 1 hour a day. So it's because next to the very noise, other mental problem prisoner. They make a noise 24 hours a day. But let me read those two paragraphs. That would give you more sense about my first few days. I think my spirits were at their lowest point during this time. For my first month in detention, I was not allowed out of my cell except once a day, Monday through Friday, to walk 15 feet down the hall from my cell to take a shower. On weekend, I could not even do that. I had no idea whether it was night or day. I didn't see the sun and the moon for more than a month, except for those few days in December for my detention hearings. A light stayed on in my cell at all times, even when I tried to sleep. 1 hour per week, I could see my family during their visiting hours. When my family visited me, the two FBI, one sit on my right-hand side, one sit on my left-hand side. One time, when Alberta, she's my daughter, was telling me about something new in her job, the FBI agent made her stop just because she was talking about computer. I also was allowed out of my cell when my lawyer visited, once or twice a week, to meet with them. Otherwise, I stay in my cell 24 hours, as there's no outdoor exercise time for me during the first month. No books, no newspaper, no television, no radio, no paper, no pen, no hot water, no contact with anyone except under very restricted conditions. Not knowing my right as an American to be free from cruel or unusual punishment, I accept my treatment without question. I didn't know to complain that I was constantly cold, shivering most of the time, because all I had was a red jumpsuit, undershirt, and a too thin blanket. My beard grew scuffy, and my finger nail become longer because I didn't have razor or nail clipper. I asked the warden if he could help me. He eventually gave me some rusty, used nail clipper. When I asked him if there was some additional clothing I could have because of the cold jail temperature, he brought in an old, beat-up pair of sweatpants. I cannot imagine where he found this discarded item to give to me. I tore the sweatpants so that I could put my arm through the pen leg, and I wear it like a jacket. It was not until I was later moved to next to another prisoner cell that I learned I could simply buy what I need from the jail commissary. The FBI must have instructed Warden Romeo and the guards not to give me any information or anything that would improve my dismal condition. They they want me to be as miserable as possible. Thank you. Yes, I think the U.S. government mistreated me. However, as I said before, I think we have the best system in the whole world. And I believe the U.S. system, and what we have to do is just make sure when whoever handling the system, they should not make any mistake again. No. This is a very depressed point. I try not to remember, but I know it's a very difficult time, and I have to admit I cry a few times, but I keep telling myself, I say, well, no, you have to be strong. You have to be strong. And so after a few weeks, I try to figure out how to keep myself alive, and then I started to buy a paper and a pencil, and I started to write a mathematics book. And it helped, because then from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, I am totally in the paradise. Except in the evening, I cannot, derive mathematical equation, because if I do too much, I cannot sleep. So in the evening, after dinner, I will reading my favorite book. I want to tell you my favorite book was by Victor Hugo, and it's called Les Miserables. I enjoy it. I will answer both two questions. The first part, when I was in prison, I miss most is fishing. I like fishing. And when I get out of jail, I miss most is a nice quiet time when you don't see any human being. As I told you in December 10, when I read the indictment, and I know to me it's a false indictment. And I say, if this is what the government want to accuse me, then I know one day I will get out of jail. Because I don't think the lie can last forever. I believe it started in March 1999. There's all kinds of news, accuse me as a spy or a spy suspect, whatever. And one day I was in my lawyer office, and his assistant brought in about this much of a internet printout in one day. And it's all I believe it's about 150 newspapers across the country. And I tell you, I didn't even bother to read one, because it's all same thing, copy from one hand to another hand to another hand, without any proof, fact. I just get tired of reading those. I don't know how many people you know. I don't watch TV, and I very seldom I will read newspaper, because I consider those a waste of my time. And that's why when in January, when the FBI agent come to my door, knock my door, I say, I'm very friendly to them. I say hi and come in, and I have the best tea from my hometown for them, and I even have a cookie for them. And when they left, I offered them to give each one a bag of a best tea from my hometown. Of course, they politely refused. But I've been interrogated by the agent for maybe about 20 times until I realized there's something wrong, but it's too late. So that tells you how dumb I am, because I don't watch TV, I don't read newspaper. My suggestion, from now on, I think I will pay more attention to those. And I also suggest young people, like most of you guys sit here, you should pay more attention to politics, and you have to stand up yourself before people can recognize you. Yeah, it's a bad experience for me for the last few years, and as I told you just a minute ago, because I don't pay much attention to the real world, and I suggest the young generation, like you people sit here, should pay more attention to the politics they play in Washington, D.C., and speak out whenever you can. I feel if we want people to respect us, you must respect yourself first. That's my suggestion. I do know it's a nightmare, not only for me, it's also for my wife and for my 2 children. And as a father of the head of the family, I just don't know what to say to my children or to my wife. But I know we all been damaged deep in our hearts. And something, if you get sick, you get a flu, you can get recover. But this type of damage, it's in the heart. And no matter what we do in the future, there's always a scar there. As I said, I don't feel bitter. All I'm saying is we have the best system in the world. We have to make sure our leader who in charge of the system don't make any more mistake and don't do any damage to any American. I have no intention to leave the country. As I said, I think we have the best system in the whole world. For more than a year, I've been studying semiconductor business, and I'm doing some semiconductor research. I just want to get into that area because I hope someday I can do my contribution to the electronic industry. Well, I did apply a few teaching jobs. Through the whole year, from January 2000 to today, but I did not get any offer yet. This is my favorite subject. I enjoy fishing, yes. To me, it's like some people do the yoga. It's a meditation. And I work from Monday to Friday, work hard and all mathematics, physics. And so Saturday, Sunday, I go out in the beautiful river and the beautiful canyon, ponderosa tree. And quite often I seen the elk come out from the tree, and I seen many geese and the duck, swimming in the river. It's so pretty and so tranquil, and I like that. And I usually do a warm fish with a bait fishing. I don't do much fry fishing because I think fry fishing is too much cheating. I usually give the fish has a chance to have a dinner. And I also set up a lure myself. If the fish bite 3 times, I did not hook him, I say, good luck to you, bye-bye.